Great blocking happening on turn 2 from the Adelaides, holding up Harry Smiles. But she makes it through on her initial. Meanwhile, Trinket through for 4 points.
Also, important points to the Adelaides. Adelaide Roller Derby, of course, hosting this fantastic event. Oh, Harry Smiles with a nice little apex jump. Gets knocked out of bounds. Doesn't score the full points. That was 3 points, I believe. I may be wrong.
And a very quick jump up on track there. Much to the Adelaides' dismay.
To 3 Jan there by Trinket, closing the gap to 19 points the difference. Spinach and Roller Stomper, our next 2 jammers there on the line.
Roller Stomper jamming for the Adelaides. Spinach is back on track. Sass and Bite hanging tough right in front of these 2 jammers. They're rolling forward now, so once again the blockers way forward so the jammers have room to move. We've got some fast jammers on track.
Oh, and Roller Stomper made it out there, but has been given a forearms penalty. So
not what the Adelaides needed. Spinach loves scoring points. She's a fast jammer. Nice offensive work by Rattlin' Bones, opening up a big gap around the outside.
I think that's the 3rd trip to the penalty box. Adelaide's jammers have suffered.
So once this jammer gets through first, he's deemed lead jammer. You can't score any points, or you don't score any points on the first lap. Now the points are scored, and the lead jammer can call the jam off. So 5 points, you get a point for each blocker you pass, and the opposing jammer, even though she is in the sin bin, or the penalty box. Plenty of people don't like me saying sin bin.
Oh, I don't mind it. But Alice Affliction will start with a power jam. Spinach iced Roller Stomper in the box.
Well, once again, blockers rolling backwards. Alice Affliction stays on track somehow, some way. 2 blockers out front for the Adelaides. As you can see, the jammer for the Adelaides is back on track. Alice Affliction has breached the pack. She is the lead jammer. Strong defense by both sets of blockers. Sliding brace defense. Alice Affliction yields to the pack.
Ankle grinder, bringing Alice all the way back, almost to the start line.
If a blocker blocks a jammer off track, that jammer must re-enter the track in behind the blockers. Oh, nice skating. Alice staying on track, scores 4 points.
And we've got a cut track penalty for Roller Stomper, so this means another power jam for the Swarm as she tries to move past Alcatraz, and she's out for a grand slam.
Still plenty of time left in this jam, about 45 seconds, so plenty of time to score points. Every time you spend time in the penalty box, you sit there for 30 seconds. So that opposing jammer remains in the penalty box. The next jam will kick off as a power jam.
Some great offense work there from Sass and Bite on the Swarm.
She told me this morning, geez, I hope Fingerprints is impressed by my work today. Well, she succeeded. Nice work by Sass and Bite in that last jam too, opening up a wide...
Harry Smiles is the lone jammer on track for the Swarm. And it looks like we have a timeout being called.
Hey guys, just check it in as we got a little timeout.
A big hello to everyone watching at home. I am Johnny Smash from the East Coast Derby Dolls.
My name is Gilly. I'm from the host league, Adelaide Roller Derby.
And as I've mentioned a few times now, it's day 3, the final day, sadly almost, of the Great Southern Slam, the awesome Great Southern Slam happening every 2 years here in Adelaide. We're here on track 1. This is the playoff for 3rd position. Division 1, Harry Smiles busts away to the front, lead jammer.
She's got a great jumping style to get through the pack there. Oh, as she just jumps over Mosquito there for another grand slam.
So the full 5 points. Score ticking over for the Swarm.
Roller Stomper returning to the track and making her initial pass.
Sorry, had the star off the helmet for a little while. put the star back on.
The jammer can, of course, take off their panty at any time and stash it to try and confuse the blockers, so it makes it a little bit easier to get through. That's the plan there.
Who do we have? 119 trinket jamming for the Adelaides once again. Spinach stepping up for the Swarm.
And a full packs for both teams. As Spinach just ping-pongs through the pack and straight out for lead.
Once again, the Swarm getting that important lead jammer status, and Trinket being well and truly held up by some sliding defense. Look at that sliding defense at the back of the pack by the Swarm.
Yeah, covering that entire track with ease. Trinket looking for the star pass to Victoria Bitter.
In the meantime, more points scored to the Swarm.
And in the process of receiving the star and becoming the jammer, Victoria Bitter gets a high block and is sent to the penalty bin, giving the Swarm another power jam.
Spinach copping a big hit inbound to Skate State on track. She kept on rolling. Scores the full 5 points.
Russia Ramon just coming back, getting a hit on Spinach.
Spinach calls the jam off. Spinach, of course, a Australian representative, I'll try again.
That makes a lot of sense because she's had an amazing tournament.
Well deserved.
Very much so. So we have a timeout for the Adelaides.
The grandstands in trackside starting to fill up here. It's nice and early. Yeah, been long days here. Great slam, roller derby action. 5 tracks. Working all day. Teams playing all day. So much derby fun.
It is an epic event. So big thanks to the organisers and everyone for volunteering and helping out.
Many leagues from across Australia and New Zealand getting involved. Division 1, 2 and 3 teams. All levels of roller derby being represented this weekend.
And we hope you're out there listening this morning. Unfortunately, we can't see the live feed at this stage, but hope you're enjoying the derby.
It's Monday Hoedown Day here at the Great Southern Slam. We've got the big after party happening, the famous after party happening up here today, up the Long Day Roller Derby. Hoedown.
It's a hoedown, and Victoria Bitter returns to the back as the jammer, quickly taking off the star. Alice Reflection getting a cut call. Not sure if she got made lead before that happened.
So we have an Adelaide power jam. Of course, the power jam goes for 30 seconds. Will be in 30 seconds. So Adelaide is trying to take full advantage of this window of opportunity.
And Mansfield Mills has become the jammer. She has received the star from Victoria Bitter. She's taken, recycled back to the back of the pack. It sure does look tough out there as Alice Affliction returns to the pack. They made quick work of that 30 seconds.
So defensively, the Swarm were brilliant in holding up the jammer for the Adelaides, eating up that 30 seconds. Alice Affliction now getting through for an initial pass. No points scored on that first lap. Holy H moly.
Trying to fly through there, Alice Affliction.
Didn't slow down that inside line.
Blue Renegade is straight onto it.
Let's get more evidence of actually how these ladies, how tough they are.
Mansfield Mills just getting 5 points there. Now we have no lead in this jam, so it is going to go the full 2 minutes.
That's a little bit interesting. Both jams awarded 5 points. That's what it looked like.
It did look like that.
I may be wrong. The thumb may have been half cocked on that jammer. A referee.
I've noticed a lot of referees are now wiggling that little thumb to signify the extra point. I didn't see it wiggling, so but we do have 8 points to Adelaide's 10 to the Swarm in that jam. And now Bobby Dazzler lines up for Adelaide's.
That's Harry Smiles. Dean's lead jammer. Lips around the outside. She's a fast jammer.
Oh, and Bobby Dazzler just a bit too eager there, getting called off for a back block penalty. So yet another power jam to the Swarm. It's not a great start for the Adelaide.
Many a point can be scored in a power jam to the opposing team. Real momentum for the Swarm. Harry Smiles taking it all, coming down front. It's backwards.
Pressure Ramon doing an awesome job of holding that Harry Smiles, and I didn't see the penalty, but she is sent to the penalty box.
Back block.
Bobby Dazzler returns to the pack with panty in hand. Blue Rennie trying to provide some assistance, but the Swarm are all over it, and she's through for her initial pass. Jammer panty back on is really important. It means with the star in her helmet, she can now score points.
Lockett Dundee finds her way back on track to the Swarm. And so does Harry Smiles at the end of that power jam.
Alcatraz and Crush Ramon, a power blocker pair out there.
Points scored to the Adelaides, the full complement of points. 5 points, handy points to the Adelaides. Oh, such balance, such great. Harry Smiles also scores 5 points.
And Bobby
staying on track.
Through again for 4 points. That was a quick trip around the track.
180. Oh, going for that apex jump. 180 SX finds itself in the penalty box, and that is jam over.
A few points racked up in that 2-minute jam.
I've also been asked to mention the Adelaides would like to have a shout out to everyone watching overseas who support the Adelaides. Hello there.
Good morning. Got Roller Stomper for the Adelaides getting recycled back by Sassy Bike.
In the meantime, Spinach gets to the front. She is the lead jammer for the Swarm.
Roller Stomper makes it through.
Lockett for the Adelaides looking to hold. The whole spinning up. Big apex jump.
Apex jump there, and she landed it but didn't score any points. Spinach calling it off before she had that opportunity.
In the nick of time. Nice jammer awareness by Spinach.
With so much going on, it's amazing that the jammers managed to know where the other jammer is and what's going on.
You either got to have eyes in the back of your head or your head being on a swivel to know what's going on. There's so much going on the track.
So much happening, but they are of course helped by their benchies, who are yelling furiously at them usually. And we have Trinket for the Adelaides, trying to get some assistance from Victoria Bitter, but being absolutely mobbed by the Swarm.
Being hit by Indigo Fury. SX is back on track.
And Trinket finds some space and gets it through for lead as Alison Kitchen is being held up by Victoria Bitter and Alcatraz.
Look at that style. Alison Flickson, that familiar skating style, gets through for her initial pass.
Trinket being recycled there by SX, calling it off before Swarm could get any points. Not sure if the Adelaides scored there.
The Swarm currently rated on FTGA ranking of 22 in the world.
Wow, yeah, showing it here today. Adelaide's ranked around 80. Give you an idea of where these guys sit in the world. Mills makes it through for lead jammer. Mosquito and Cutie doing some great push-outs there.
Harry Smiles gets knocked out of bounds, forced to roll right back behind the pack. Both jams getting knocked out of bounds.
Mansfield's Mills is here on her scoring pass, and let's see if she can get any points. Meanwhile, Harry Smiles is sent to the penalty box for a forearm.
Howard jam to the Adelaides. Look at that defensive work by the Swarm, sliding defense from the likes of Maiden Hell, Rutland Bones, Assassin Bite.
Mosquito returns to the track from the penalty ring as Mansfield Mills is pushed out at the last metre there.
Waterfall
That's Rutland Bones, I think.
Don't go chasing Waterfall.
As Harry Smiles returns to the pack with the Gemma Pandy in her hand. Getting recycled there by Blue Renegade. Constant recycling happening over there on turn 2.
Fantastic defense. We have time, plenty of time left in this jam. Stays on track, gets through for initial pass. Adorns the star for the Swarm. Keeps on rolling. Hey now.
Mansfield Mills not managing to stay on her feet there. And she pulls it. Oh, but Harry Smiles manages to grab 2 points there to Adelaide's 4 on that last pass. And Mansfield Mills is taking her time getting up. That was a big fall.
First half.
8 minutes and 20 seconds. Got Swarm on 103 and Adelaide is 34.
Once again, the blockers. They were forward, rolling back now, right on cue. Spinning with a handy little bump. Spinning this time, getting boxed, gets rolled out of bounds.
Oh, an ankle grinder hot on that recycling as Roller Stomper makes it through for lead.
That was a cutting penalty. Big hit on the jammer for the Adelaides, but Spinach finds herself in the penalty box.
Oh, and we've got another cut track from the jammer.
That was Indigo Fury with a big hit for the Swarm. So keep an eye on the penalty box.
So the both jammers in the penalty bin at this stage, but they will only sit for as long as the first jammer sat. It's always a tricky one to explain.
Gives a chance for the blockers for both teams to just find positions on the track.
And Roller Stomper returning to the track. May have been a missed call there. Either way, she is fighting her way through those very persistent Swarm blockers. Spinach returning to the pack, panty in hand.
Look at the brace defense at the back of the pack.
I thought Roller Stomper was going to crawl her way through there.
Tries to luck around the outside, slips around number 17, Sass, and bites through for her initial pass.
That was a very good escape there by Roller Stomper. Spinach being drawn back by Ivy. Oh! Massive attempt for an apex jump. When you nail an apex jump, it is a beautiful thing, but so many things have to fall in place. Oh, and Roller Stomper is hit down at the top there.
Spinach chasing the points for the Swarm, swoops in backwards, must have skated out of bounds. Point scored in the meantime to the Adelaides, and that is jam over.
Wow, lots of big hits in that jam. 9 points to 5 in that jam.
Oh, Sun State. I'm anticipating a possible team timeout to the Swarm. No skaters on track. Bobby Dazzler wants to keep on rolling, but we have a team timeout to the Sun State Roller Derby.
I'm going to throw this one out to all the jammers out there.
Now might be a good time to quickly go through our teams. I didn't go through them earlier.
That is an excellent idea.
Representing Sun State 02, Harry Smiles, 111, Rutland Bones, 17, Sass and Bite, 180, SX, 206 Maiden Hell, 23 Indigo Fury, 411 Blockadol Dundee. Number 6 is Alice Affliction. Number 7, the one and only Spinach, 87 Veruca Assault. Number 99 Mole Money. And working the bench we have Craig Weinheimer, Brat, and Duncan Manuts. Oh, I forgot. I've added on to the team list. 790 is Patch. They are the Swarm. Also a shout out to Zach Buckley. Unfortunately, he could not make it. Where are you, Zach?
And I will fit in the Adelaides at another timeout, I reckon.
Well, hopefully we'll see a few wrecking balls out on the track in this next jam. Let's have a look. Those wrecking balls.
Our in-house commentator, Honest Dave, rolling out the puns. It's very early for puns.
Oh, it's never too early for puns.
Yeah, it's pun o'clock.
Every hour on the hour. Bobby Dazzler lining up for the Adelaides and Alice Affliction for the Swarm. And a pack starting up at the pivot line.
Oh!
Skater down.
Strong jamming. Adelaides.
Oh! Big fall there from Bobby Dazzler.
She stayed on track. She is lead jammer. Alice Affliction being held up by some nice defense by the Adelaides. Sassenbite is back on track out of the penalty box.
Oh, great hit there. Powerful hit from Bobby Dazzler. She makes it through for 4 points, but Alice Affliction is also through.
This is Alice's initial pass. No points scored. Alice gets knocked inbounds. That could be a cutting penalty. It is.
Mosquito there drawing the cut on Alice Affliction. So we now have a Adelaide's power jam.
Also, if you are shunted, if you're a jammer and you are shunted out of bounds and you advance your position in front of that blocker, that is a cutting penalty. You will spend 30 seconds in the penalty box.
And Swarm doing an excellent job of deflecting the offense, as Bobby Dazzler calls it, with 4 points on that pass. Icing Alice Affliction in the penalty box.
Oh, yeah. Not much time left. Not much time, but still plenty of time. Just over 4 minutes left in this first half of roller derby. This is the playoff for third place in Division 1 on day 3 on track 1 of the Great Southern Slam 2018.
And Trinket up there for the Adelaides, a lone jammer.
Yeah, we're kicking this jam off as a power jam. Here comes
and
Trinket.
Through for lead jammer.
Crowd is starting to build up here. Trackside on track 1, making a lot of noise for the hometown league. Alice Affliction, as you can see, back on track out of the penalty box. Holding the star in a hand.
Great work there from Victoria Bitter. Drawing back Alice Affliction with those long legs. They both got quite long legs.
Trinket staying on track, slipping past that 2-wall out front. 5 more points. SX is out of the penalty box. She is back on track. That is the initial pass for Alice Affliction.
180 SX defends the outside line beautifully.
The Swarm just pushing Trinket back, giving her negative space.
Back being bridged by Indigo Fury. Blockers rolling back now for the Adelaides to lend a hand. And Trinket calls off the jam.
Adelaide's benchies Ra just providing some jammer advice there and plan B.
That's how it's done. And that was a 7-point to 4.
Mad Squeals back on track, jamming for the Adelaides, and 0-2, the one and only Harry. Oh, sorry, number 7. No, she was just hanging. Oh,
we've got a double jammer action, which is something I've seen before from Swarm.
I thought I might have been a little bit delirious. There are 2 jammers on track.
This is just something they like to do to confuse everybody.
We confused the hell out of me.
Spinach, the actual jammer for this jam? Maybe. We don't know yet.
Oh, and a timeout has been called.
Officials timeout this time.
I think they were a little bit taken aback by that move,
yes.
Probably not.
That's the point, I think, to confuse everyone. But you can't confuse the officials to too long. We
And
are back into it.
It makes for great viewing as well. Hello, everyone watching at home.
And I think Spinach started that jam over the jammer line.
Oh, so she's heading to the penalty box, yeah.
Penalty there, so confusing themselves in the process there.
A power jam to the Adelaides with just over 2 minutes left in this first half.
And all the Adelaides making a big space on the inside line for Mad Squeals Mills to move through and score 5 points in the process.
Oh, yes!
Nailed it.
Ninja type action down that inside line. The full 5 points scored.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Spinach is back on track for the Swarm. So all skaters back on track. 5 and 5 roller derby action. Trinket recycles to the back of the pack. Spinach chasing that initial pass.
Blue Renegade in her favourite position, holding the jammer out the front.
Oh, Trinket reloading.
Meanwhile, Mad Squeals Mills makes it through for a grand slam, 5 points.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Spinach has gotten through for her initial pass. And as you know, no points scored on that initial pass. Trinket is the lead jammer, calls up the jam.
That was Mad Squeals Mills there jamming. Calling it off for 3 points. But Spinach managing to squeeze in 2 points there.
And I just got a big case of the goosebumps. We've got 1 minute left, or just under 1 minute left in this first half of roller derby. And the first sign of cracks showing up in my voice.
It has been a big weekend of derby.
Time for one more jam. We're getting low on time. 34 seconds left in this half.
And roller stomper. Oh! The jammers taking the same line there and tripping themselves up in the process.
Harry smiles. That's a forearm penalty. She's making her way to the penalty box for 30 seconds.
Wow, and roller stomper just being completely flattened out there, but did manage to get lead and called it off rather quickly.
Probably a good idea calling that one off. Resetting as a power jam. 7 seconds left in this period. Still plenty of time. With one more jam being possibly happening. We have a team timeout happening for the Adelaides, so we will be seeing one more jam. One more jam.
Excellent.
Oh, exciting stuff. What a fantastic way to kick off this last day of the Great Southern Slam, a playoff for third position.
Yeah.
Division 1.
And I might just take this opportunity to roll through the Adelaide Roller Derby Adelaides. We've got 04 IV, 119 Trinket, 13 Lady Vengeance, 2880 Blue Renegade, 31 Victoria Bitter, 314 Cutie, 33 Mosquito, 38 Roller Stomper, 43 Mad Squeals Mills, 46 Alcatraz, 52 Pinch of Salt, 533 Crusher Ramon, 55 Bobby Dazzler, 91 Ankle Grinder, and being supported by the bench crew Ra, Plan B, and Crafty. As the Adelaides dance crew and cheer squad pick up with the
Oh, yeah.
excellent all the Adelaides.
We're in high spirits here on track 1. That is the end of our timeout. We have time for one more jam. Trinket lining up, just hanging back a little bit. The blockers for Sun State rolling forward. All blockers on track for Sun State. One blocker in the penalty box for the Adelaides.
And the Adelaides holding back there on the inside line, ready to sweep on the apex, but the Swarm are all over that and too far in front, bringing Trinket around to the straight. It's a lot harder for a jammer to get out on the straight.
Assassin by bridging.
Oh, and a clear by Mosquito and Lady Vengeance there to help Trinket through, but again, those Swarm blockers reform around Trinket, including Maiden Hell, former Adelaide. Amazing blocking there from Rattling Bones as Maiden Hell is sent to the penalty bin.
Harry Smiles is back on track, takes on that wall of the Adelaides, recycled to the back.
That's great bridging work there from the Adelaides, keeping that pack alive as Trinket is brought. Oh, and a great hit out there from Mosquito.
On Rattling Bones, that's the initial pass for Harry Styles. No, she is the lead jammer. That's the initial pass as well.
So both jammers now able to score some points on this next pass. Harry Smiles with the power to call it off.
Pops a hit, but keeps on trucking for 4 more points. Both jammers through. Both jammers scoring points.
And Harry just looking back at Trinket, hoping to slow this jam down, I think, as her fellow blocker is in the penalty bin.
Oh, a little bit of a...
Oh, and a hit out there from Harry Smiles on Trinket.
Oh, check it out, check it out. Harry Smiles standing right on back.
And Trinket just going, do you know what? I think I'm going to have a breather.
Because Trinket can't re-enter the track in front of Harry Smiles because she knocked her out of bounds. And that is jam over.
Harry Smiles just waiting for her blocker to come out of the penalty box before she called off that jam as we head into half-time.
We're going to have a short break. About 15 minutes. We're going to take a breath.
Come back for a massive second half, I think.
Okay, see you soon. Sound real. Not too much. In the night away.
Check.
right, welcome back to this Division 1 playoff for 3rd and 4th place.
Hey now. Johnny Smash back on the microphone here at the Great Southern Slam on track 1.
And I am Gilly, and we just had a little dance off to keep warm in the halftime break here.
Yeah, it's a little bit colder this morning. This is the Adelaide I know and love. A little bit frosty around the edges.
A little bit chilly, but we're going to take this opportunity with 50 seconds till the second half gets underway to a big thank you to the Adelaide Showgrounds, which is our fabulous venue for this Great Southern Slam. Thank you, Adelaide Showgrounds, for the amazing venue.
And a big shout out to Rydell. They've been around for over 70 years. Unmatched quality in everything skate. Righto.
They're making us sound good today. AJS Lighting Sound Events for our live commentators and music.
They are the reason you can hear and see us. So it's their fault, not ours.
Oh, and Swarm doing their confusing everyone on the track start. As we head into this second half, we've got Spinach for Swarm up against Mad Squills Mills for the Adelaide. He's getting straight into a hit in the face.
And straight away, Spinach finds herself lead jammer for the Swarm.
Oh, and that looks like a big hit to the face. The Mad Squills Mills is one of the toughest women I know.
That'll be 5 more points.
Star handed over to Pivot Ivy, who unfortunately made a cut track.
Yeah, that was nice hustle by number 23, Indigo Fury, causing that penalty. So it's a Swarm power jam.
Spinach just getting past Alcatraz at the front of the pack there for another Grand Slam. 5 points to Swarm.
Swarm trying to take full advantage of this power jam. Mad Squeal standing up in the penalty box, ready to be released. 5 more points.
And Ivy returning to the track.
Oh, Ivy.
She's a new to the Adelaides, new to ADRD this year, a fresh skater, but already proving she is a very talented skater. A Spinach through for another Grand Slam.
And 180 SX back on track. Swarm aren't done scoring points. Check that out around the outside, breaching the pack like she was shot out of a BB gun. 4 more points. Oh, we're doubling up on this power jam.
And a forearms penalty for Ivy, the Adelaide jammer. As soon as you put that...
Oh! She stayed on track. 5 points. Big hit.
Alcatraz getting sent to the penalty bin for blocking a little out of play. As Spinach just glides through, mohawks through for another 5 points. Calls it off, icing Ivy in the penalty box.
So a very handy jam to the Swarm. Still plenty of time left, as you can see in this second half. Alice Affliction copping some low fives from some of her skaters, jamming for the Swarm.
And a massive jam there from Spinach, racking up 34 points. That's not very easy to do.
Classy work once again. Blockers set up way forward. Alice Affliction, you can't afford to give her any room, and there you go, lead jammer.
A little bit of hustle there from Blue Renegade, but Alice Affliction was through with those very long legs. And again,
making that jump look oh so easy and pretty like. 5 more points. Blockers rolling backwards.
Oh, and the Swarm just totally crowding the Adelaide's blockers, not giving them a chance to even touch Alice Affliction. As Alcatraz returns to the track, she tries to take Alice on and manages to just get that skate out of bounds, recycling Alice Affliction back. And we've got Ivy back on the track as the jammer with the star in her hand.
Oh, plenty of big hits. We've got a tight pack round in this second bend. Still plenty of time left in this jam to score points. Alice trying to slip through this Adelaide's sandwich. There you go.
QT and Lady Vengeance just providing a bit of distraction. And Lady Vengeance sent off for a penalty for that one.
Alice Affliction assessing the situation. Her best bet, she reckons, straight up the middle, 2 wall out front. Make that a 1 wall, pushing. Almost through. Fantastic defensive work. Alice stays on track and scores the points.
Great work there from Cutie as Blue Renegade has taken the star as pivot for the Adelaides.
Mo Money is in the penalty box for the Swarm. Rattling Bones causing a little bit of grief at the back of the pack. She heads to the penalty box.
And Blue Renegade just getting right up in Alice Affliction's grill. She's round and she has made 4 points for the Adelaides.
Nicely done. Not to be outdone, Alice Affliction getting through and also scoring 4 points. The jam has been timed out after 2 minutes. I do love a 2-minute jam. We don't see them enough these days. And in between jams, there is a 30-second break. A chance for everyone to reset.
Yes, 2 minutes doesn't sound like much, but when you're out there, it seems like a lifetime.
I compare it to something like being a boxer and going for 3 minutes in a round. Plenty of energy required. Many laps of training to get to that point.
Oh, as Roller Stomper finds some space on the outside and gets through for lead jammer for the Adelaides.
Crowd going wild here on track 1. Spinach whipping around the outside.
Oh!
Holy moly, that was a big hit.
Yeah, Roller Stomper just getting smacked out of play there and not managing to score any points, but calling it off before the Swarm could score any either.
Yeah, plenty of things to keep an eye on if you are a jammer. Other blockers trying to get through and being aware of the opposing jammer.
We've got Trinket lining up for the Adelaides.
And Harry Smiles back on track, jamming for the Swarm. Nice defensive work at the back of the pack. Nice defensive work at the front of the pack. Oh, Rattling Bones out of the penalty box, gets involved.
Oh, as Pincher Salt is heading to the penalty box. Trinket makes it through for lead jammer for the Adelaides.
Both jammers through. We got some fast jammers on track.
Oh, no rest for those blockers.
Blockers for the Swarm heading to the front, determined to set the pace of this pack. We're speeding up now. Or as my good friend Honest Dave would say, to a medium pace. And that is jam over. 2 points apiece.
I liked Mosquito's work there, just sacrificing Blue Renegade as a wrecking ball to take out some of the blockers.
Now and then.
Teammates can do that to each other. As we welcome Bobby Dazzler to the track.
Alice Affliction jamming for the Swarm. I've known Alice for a while. She is an awesome jammer.
Bobby Dazzler straight into the back of number 17, Sass and Bite, unfortunately sent to the penalty bin.
Yeah, that is a back block. So the bench manager for the Swarm, Craig Weinheimer, pumping the fist. That means keep on skating. And Alice does, scores 5 more points.
And the Adelaide's jam is usually a lot cleaner than they're playing today, but the pressure of playing in a Div 1 3-4 playoff is very high.
It's all about the pressure on track and scoreboard pressure here at the Great Southern Slam.
Oh, and Pincher Salt, Crush Ramon and Victoria Bitter working together to push Alice Affliction off the track, as we have Bobby Dazzler trying to get through as jammer for the Adelaides, just getting through on her initial pass there.
Nice work. Adorns the star for the Adelaides. Alice doing the wise thing. Still scores 5 points and falls off the jam.
All right, just checking out the score. Almost 10 minutes into this second half. We've got the Adelaides on 86 and Swarm on 187. So
hard to believe we're only not even 10 minutes into this second half. There's so much going on. Nice and early here at the Great Southern Slam on the final day. This is Hoedown Monday at the Great Southern Slam.
Hoedown Monday, and Johnny Smash next to me is wearing a suitably sized cowboy hat.
I only found out it was Hoedown Monday only a couple of minutes ago.
Oh.
This is how I normally dress.
I'm very gullible. I don't know if I believe that. As Mad Squeals Mills makes it through on the outside.
Hit and spin, lead jammer.
Yeah, she's happy about that, and the crowd does go wild.
Celebrating that pass.
Oh, and Harry Smiles hopping out of the pack there.
Apex jump. It's getting out of bounds.
And I think she's not going to call it. There we go.
No.
Keep this jam going.
Yeah, it looks like both teams want to skate a lot of these jams out. We haven't seen many hit it and quit it. I don't mind it. Oh, listen to that crowd. 4 more points. No thumb up. 4 points.
Mosquito holding up Harry Smiles at the back of the pack. And Lady Vengeance forcing Harry Smiles off the track, recycling her back as Mad Squeals Mills is through with a 5-point grand slam.
Fantastic reverse bridging by the blockers for Adelaide. And defense resetting.
Oh, and there's a bit of a stacks on over there.
Clean up on turn 2. Oh, fantastic defense. Oh, I thought those blockers were bridging. They're actually skating into the penalty box.
As Mad Squeals Mills comes around for a 5-point grand slam. And Mosquito also sent to the penalty box for the Adelaides. So we have...
Around the outside, all the Adelaides are going crazy trackside.
Oh, we've got a very light pack for the Swarm. This is a... so close, Mad Squeals Mills.
We were on the perfect angle as well.
We don't have any blockers left for the Swarm. They've all but sent to the penalty box.
Jam over.
Wow. Big jam there from Mad Squeals Mills. Racking up 19 points for the Adelaides, and Harry Smiles scoring 4 for the Swarm.
So a very handy jam to the Adelaides. Spinach back on track for the Swarm.
And the Thin White Fluke doing a lovely job at calling in this jam as jam timer. And straight into it on the outside line. Everyone is crowding, and Roller Stomper found a gap.
Not wasting any time at all. That was about half a second. And Adelaide had lead jammer status.
I feel like she can see the future sometimes. She just takes those spots before they're even there. And we've got a powered jam, I believe. Can't see Spinach out there.
Spinach is in the penalty box. Oh, there we go. Keep an eye on that penalty box. Boat jam is now in the penalty box. Spinach is standing up, ready to rock and roll. Taking the track now. Down the outside. Holds that inside line now. Gets through for her initial pass. Now puts a star on and still a power jam.
Yeah, Roller Stomper sent to the penalty bin. I completely missed that. There's so much going on in this jam.
So much going on.
And we've got a back block from Spinach. So a constant recycling of jammers into the penalty box.
And we are going the full 2 minutes in this jam. I do love a 2-minute jam.
Oh, and Roller Stomper just
runs
slamming
into
a wall of Swarm there.
More money, more problems for the Adelaides. Indigo Fury heading to the penalty box.
Roller Stomper manages to find some space and gets 5 points for the Adelaides. As Spinach is standing ready to return to track. We'll have no lead jammer. So we're going to go for the full 2 minutes as Roller Stomper does some beautiful footwork to get out for another 5 points.
Yeah, real speed down that inside line, scoring the points for the Adelaide. Spinach is back on track. It's shunted out of bounds.
A couple of skaters down there, but Roller Stomper streaming through, and Spinach not far behind. Whew, that was a hectic jam.
Oh, yeah. 4 points scored to each jammer on that last lap. Exciting stuff here on track 1. Alice Affliction, number 6, lining up as this crowd goes wild. Ooh.
few here for Sunstate Swarm as well, making the trip down from Queensland. We welcome everybody at the Great Southern Slam because we're all going to party together later today.
The famous after party here at the Great Southern Slam. Alice Affliction gets knocked inbounds, forced to yield to the pack. Strong two-wall defense out front. Alice Affliction puts the pedal to the metal, straight up the middle. Lead jammer, both jammers are through.
Trinket not far behind.
Pack slowing down now.
And Alice Affliction calling it off before I think either jammer scored a point there.
Probably called that one off a little bit early, trying to time it perfectly.
2 points to Sunstate,
nice. Nice. It was perfectly timed.
It was perfectly timed.
When a jam is called off, our jammer referees blow the whistle 4 times. Points can be scored right up to that final whistle. And points are scored when you skate past the hips of your opposing blockers and jammers.
Oh, and Spinach, how did she manage to get past that massive hit from Alcatraz?
Spinach doesn't need any room at all to waltz on through.
Incredible body positioning to stay on track. As Mad Squeals Mills is still caught up on her initial pass, getting a nice hit out there by Maiden Hell.
In the meantime, Spinach says, I don't care about that, I'm taking those 5 points. Wasting no time. She scores the points and straight away she's ready to score more.
Mad Squeals Mills unable to get out of the pack yet, as we've got a couple of Adelaide's blockers in the penalty bin, Victoria Bitter and Alcatraz.
Nice stepping by Spinach. Tiptoeing away around that apex, scoring points once again.
Oh, and there we go. A lovely little hopping apex jump there from Mad Squeals Mills.
Beautiful work.
It's way easier to jump past the skaters than attempt to hit them out the way.
Spinach also breaching the pack, scoring 5 more points. Oh, that was a big hit. More money.
Maiden Hell recycling Mad Squeals Mills as Spinach comes around for another scoring pass. Getting held up by Victoria Bitter. Just having a look around, assessing her options.
Sorry, that was Maiden Hell. Yes, Maiden Hell for the Swarm. Look at that brace defense. Rattling Bones getting involved at the back of the pack. Oh, this is a long jam. So much action on track.
Victoria Bitter, the Adelaide's pivot, and also my wifey sent to the naughty bin again as Spinach just finds all that space on the track.
Makes it look oh so easy.
Sure does.
Not much time left in this jam. As you can see, down to 5 seconds. Still time to score points.
Oh!
Spinach went for it down that inside line, calls off the jam.
So a massive 28 points there for Spinach and 4 points there for Mad Squeals Mills. Sunstate Swarm blockers doing a beautiful job of offense and defensive switching.
Famous for their defense. We're just over 13 minutes left in the second half. The player for 3rd spot in Division 1.
And Bobby Dazzler lining up a bit further back for the Adelaides, getting a run-up start. She's a very powerful jammer as Mosquito and Blue Renegade work to take out Alice Affliction.
Alice Affliction rejoins the pack. Adelaide's lead jammer. Alice Affliction through for her initial pass.
And Adelaide's doing a textbook sweep on the remaining 2 Swarm blockers to score 4 points for a hit it and quit it.
Perfectly timed offensive work by the blockers from the Adelaides. The Adelaides blockers, I meant to say. Harry Smile skating onto track with the pink skates, jamming for the Swarm.
Up against Trinket, who is starting way back. She wants to get some space between her and those Swarm blockers.
1 blocker apiece in the penalty box.
And getting any purchase on these tripods is almost impossible.
Textbook defense. Sliding defense at the back of the pack by the Swarm. Indigo Fury rejoins the pack. Number 33.
As does Mosquito, trying to help out Trinket, but Both jammers not able to move really past 10 feet.
Clock being eaten up. No lead jammer.
Alcatraz trying to draw a cut there on Harry Smiles, but Alcatraz having stepped out of bound. Oh, no. That was a cut call for Harry Smiles. There may be an official review after this one. But in the meantime, Trinket gets through for lead jammer.
Rattle and Bones also in the penalty box for the Swarm. So 2 skaters down, a perfect opportunity for the Adelaides to score points. Brace defense out front. Indigo Fury taking the weight of that tripod. Mo Money with a nice little bit of sliding defense. Indigo Fury out front, cops a big hit.
Harry Smiles returns to the track, penny in hand.
Rattle and Bones is out of the bin as well, straight to the front, helping out with that tripod defense. Nice work at the back of the pack by the Adelaides.
Trinket unable to get past this very solid Swarm, and Harry Smiles and Mosquito.
Look at the blocking all around.
Wow, you can just see the toll this weekend has taken on these players. This would be the 4th game I think these players would have played already, and it's a massive toll on the body as Trinket makes her way through with 5 points. Harry Smiles unable to score on her initial.
Jam over. We're under 10 minutes left in this playoff for 3rd spot. Sun-staged the Adelaides. I hope you're enjoying it at home. Can you hear us loud and clear? We can't, if you're posting any messages, unfortunately we can't see what you're saying, but we feel the love.
And Mosquito just having a chat to a ref there. Getting some clarification as Roller Stomper and Spinach line up again. Oh, this is a fast start with a forearms penalty called to Spinach.
Spinach making her way to the penalty box. We have an Adelaide's power jam right on cue. Nice work.
Getting past Veruca Salt there at the front. Roller Stomper takes the lead.
Blockers for Sun State Swarm, determined to get to the front. Blockers for the Adelaides want to slow this down. We're speeding up now. Offensive work by the blockers for the Adelaides. Check it out. Indigo Fury out front, trying to jump down that inside line.
Going for a jump, but Swarm says no.
Almost hurdling SX.
Oh.
Spinach back on track.
This is hectic. Roller Stomper through.
Scoring points.
For 5 points.
Spinach chasing points now.
Oh, takes a big hit on Blue Renegade. And through for 4 points for Spinach. Roller Stomper back in the pack.
Roller Stomper runs into SX.
And
gets hurled into the cheap seats.
And has scored a cut penalty.
Beautiful work, SX. Piling on the pressure.
So we now have a 2-minute jam and players already looking exhausted with about 30 seconds left to go.
Another 2-minute jam here at the Great Southern Slam. Beautiful to watch.
Great blocking at the front there by Cutie, but just out of play, having to let Spinach go through.
15 seconds left. Still time to score points.
Oh, I've just got to remember to breathe over here.
Adelaide's blockers bracing for impact. And breathe.
And breathe.
Oh, was that Crusher in the moment with the big hit? No, that wasn't Crusher.
Spinach is incredible to be able to stay on the track. Whew.
Beautiful, beautiful work. We're under 10 minutes left on the clock. As I mentioned, exciting stuff. So much roller derby to come. This is grand final day here at the Great Southern Slam. We also will be seeing the VRDL All-Stars taking on the Great Southern Slam MVP team.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
We're calling that one up on the stage, so I'm very excited. I'm a little bit antsy about that. All brought to you by the Adelaide Roller Derby League, and Channel 44 are sitting here next to us.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we've got, I think, an official review called by the Adelaides. We had Benchies Ra and Captain Ankle Grinder in the middle chatting to the refs. And it might just be an official timeout at the moment.
There you go. Also, you can tune in into the Great Southern Slam all long weekend on YouTube or on Channel 44's live Facebook stream. Facebook, Channel 44.
Thank you, Mission 4. Lovely to hear your sweet voice out there. Alice Affliction stepping up to the general.
And we are back into it now with Alice Affliction, the lone jammer for the Swarm, with Roller Stomper standing in the penalty box. When the skater is standing in the penalty box, it means they've got less than 10 seconds remaining.
Crusher Ramon causing some grief upon Alice Affliction, really holding her up.
Oh,
Rattling bones.
bit of ref contact there.
If this was AFL, you would be out for 4 weeks. Oh, we have an Adelaide's Power Jam. SX also heading to the penalty box. So Alice Affliction, SX in the penalty box. There is the initial pass for the Adelaides.
Alcatraz bringing Rattling Bones all the way back. We've got a...
Oh!
Roller Stomper through for a grand slam.
Straight over Rattling Bones.
Making the most of a slightly lighter Swarm pack. And she's around again. Adelaide's doing some effective offensive work there, getting Roller Stomper through again for 5 points.
Perfectly timed blocking. Alice Affliction, as you can see, is out of the penalty box. I'm not sure if she has completed her initial pass.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Not managing to stay on the track there according to the referees, but much too much Roller Stomper's dismay. She has been called a penalty, so power jam for Alice Affliction.
Alice Affliction slips around Crusher Ramon. My tattooed Ramon's tattoo sister. She has a big Ramon's tattoo on her back. I've just got a little one on my leg. Nice defensive work at the back of the pack. All blockers on track for the Adelaides. Mo Money chiming in with some offensive work for the Swarm.
But ankle grinder and Alcatraz just not letting that jammer get any space.
Once again, Rattling Bones getting involved. She just loves hitting people.
And Roller Stomper returning to the track, and that is 4 points apiece at the end of the jam there.
There's so much going on.
15 points for the Adelaides in that jam to 4 for the Swarm.
Let's hope all the action's being caught on camera. So much happening on this track. We're streaming live on Facebook, on Channel 44, and on YouTube.
And we've got an official timeout right now. This might be a good opportunity to roll through our ref crew.
The perfect opportunity.
All right, we've got Mercy B. Coop, game over. John Ref Kennedy, Shirley, Danger Russ, Reiki, Whip Kraken, Quadfather, The Thin White Fluke, Boulder Over, Phil Firestarter, Bullseye, Sugar Lumps, Scuba Steve, Mama Panda, Donna Kebab, Lucky Phil, and Fifi Firestarter. And as you can hear, it takes a lot of crew to keep this game running and keep it safe.
The referees, of course, in the black and white, and they are out of sight, and their non-skating officials all dressed in black trackside. Well, a lot of them trackside, some in the center of the track. And we're game back on. 4.5 minutes left in this second half. The decider for third position.
Spinach has made it out first, but is not lead, as she had a no pass, no penalty there, not being able to pass all of the Adelaides. Trinket being sent to the track.
Swarm Power Jam.
So this may also be a 2-minute jam, as Spinach did not get called lead. Pinch of salt being held at the back there, but she makes it through with a nice jump. Spinach being held up by Lady Vengeance, Mosquito, Blue Renegade, as the Swarm sail in.
Indigo Fury with a massive hit. Strong defensive work by both teams here this morning.
Ooh.
It's hard to believe this is the morning.
Yes.
Oh, Spinach tried to call for the jam to no avail.
And the bench just saying, no, do do not call it, as Blue Renegade gives it her everything out the front. Trinket back on the track. And a direction of gameplay there for Pinch of Salt as Trinket makes it through on the inside.
No space at all down that inside line. Trinket finds a way, stays on track. That's the initial pass. Points scored to Sun State.
And with around 3 minutes left, this is the point of the game where I don't want it to be over, but I'm sure the skaters are thinking differently. Oh, and Trinket through for 4 points as Spinach is sent to the penalty bin.
Hey now, a much needed power jam to the Adelaides. Not much time left in this jam, 4 more seconds.
Okay, maybe Spinach has sustained an injury because she skated straight to her bench.
Okay, I'm with you.
Right. 5 points at the end of that jam for Trinket.
Yeah, you're right, it's not a power jam. Alice Affliction making a way to the jammer line. So, yeah, I think you're right.
As the Swarm benchy heads into the middle of the track, calling a timeout at the last second there. Timeout going for 1:30, and each team gets 3 opportunities to call a timeout during the game.
And I'm checking out the big roller derby scoreboard. We have just over 2 minutes left in this decider. Big hello to everyone watching around Australia and around the derby-loving universe.
And I dare say the Adelaides and the Swarm will be hitting up Physio Fit after this game, who are the Adelaides and Radelaides official physio provider. So big thanks to the guys at Physio Fit, who are also have a stall here at the Great Southern Slam, soothing those muscles and keeping us on track.
Thank you, Physio Fit. Something I know very little about physio and fitness.
Even though we're not skating, I am still exhausted. Watching Derby is pretty intense this weekend.
Absolutely, and we're witnessing 2 top teams, as we mentioned earlier. Sun State ranking about 22 on the planet and around 80 for the Adelaide roller derby team. Oh, we're going a little bit longer with this timeout.
And Bobby Dazzler is requesting the horses track to be put back on. Warming up for their hoedown later on tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to hear a lot of Dazzler Braithwaite throughout the night.
Mosquito is joining the crowd as she has reached 7 penalties and can no longer play.
Yeah, that's right. You commit 7 penalties. Yeah, your game is over.
You can't be too naughty in roller derby. As we have Bobby Dazzler pushing her way through for the Adelaides, and Alice Affliction just taking a knee there as Bobby Dazzler makes it through for Lee Jammer.
And this crowd is getting loud. Even for this time of the day, Alice Affliction somewhere in the midst of that pack, still chasing that elusive initial pass.
Alcatraz just losing her feet there as Victoria Bitter and Crusher Ramon are frantically holding Alice Affliction, but she is through as Crusher Ramon is sent to the penalty box.
Adelaide's chasing the points.
Bobby Dazzler quickly calling it off before Alice Affliction can score any. Bobby Dazzler scoring 4 points.
Fantastic work. Oh, how much time do we have left? Not much. 1:23. This possibly could be our last jam.
I think we might have a team timeout before that happens.
Just a chance for both teams to take a breath before we head into possibly our last jam. A big hello once again to everyone watching either on Facebook. A shout out to Channel 44. And a big shout out to Adelaide Roller Derby League for hosting another fantastic Great Southern Slam.
Yes, Adelaide Roller Derby League, daggy and endearing, and they have a huge place in my heart. I love you guys.
Everyone loves the Adelaides and the Adelaide Roller Derby League. Always fantastic hosts here at the Adelaide Showgrounds.
Everyone just looking really, you know, laid back for some Chris Isaac, I think.
We've got plenty of inflatable couches trackside, people taking their positions nice and early. It's like a Pearl Jam. A Pearl Jam lineup for tickets.
It's like an iPhone pre-sale.
Yeah.
We are getting ready for a massive day of grand finals here on track 1 at the Great Southern Slam.
Oh, we're up and rolling again. Harry Smiles jamming for the Swarm. Wasting no time. She is lead jammer.
Oh, as Mansfield's Mills is sent to the penalty box, we have a power jam for Harry Smiles and the Swarm.
Harry Smiles steps initially through down that inside line, gets held up by some nice defense out front.
That's Pincher Sold and Blue Renegade. Oh, but she is punching through. Adelaide's down a blocker as Crusher Ramon returns to the track.
Crusher Ramon straight to the front, organising that defense. Oh, slick work down that inside line. Hey, Apex jump gets knocked inbounds. Recycled to the back of the pack.
Blue Renegade sprinting to the front there. Any opportunity to get on that jammer as Mansfield's Mills returns to the track. QT in there trying to provide some assistance, and Mansfield's Mills finds some space on the inside, and I can't even see this. Oh, there she is, Harry Smiles, getting squished on the outside.
Man, Squeal chasing the points, gets knocked out of bounds. Has to yield to the pack, skating in behind Rattling Bones. She's back on track. Rattling Bones heads to the penalty box.
Sometimes those penalties are worth it, holding up the Adelaide's jammer as Mo Money recycles Mansfield's Mills to the back.
Mo Money.
I got 99 problems, and Mo Money is one of them.
We're down to 30 seconds left in this jam. The jam has been called. That is jam over. That is bout over.
And we have an unofficial score. And now it's official with that rolling whistle. That is bout over, and an epic battle this morning.
And a big congratulations to the Sun State Roller Derby team, the Swarm, taking this one out over the Adelaides in a fantastic bout to kick off day 3 here on track 1.
Great start to the day as the Derby fans head onto the track for the traditional high five with the skaters.
Absolutely there. This is a thing.
It's a thing.
A victory lap means roller derby lovers make their way up to the yellow line.
And it also gives the skaters an opportunity to thank the ref and the NSO crew as Daryl Braithwaite
God
back
bless
on.
him.
Keeping it daggy, Adelaide Roller Derby. Thank you, Misinformed.
So the Swarm taking this one out. 0-2, Harry Smiles, Rattling Bones, Sass and Bite, SX, Maiden Hell, Indigo Fury, Blockadole, Dundee, Patch, Alice Affliction, Spinach, Veruca, so Mo Money. They are the Swarm from the Sun State Roller Derby. Oh, we got a bridge. We've got a little bit of bridge action around the outside for the skaters to skate on through. It's a beautiful thing.
They haven't worked hard enough. The crowd wants them to squat, take a prolonged squat through this bridge.
Adelaide is congratulating the referees and thanking the referees for their hard work here this morning.
And we've got the Adelaide's 04 IV, 119 Trinket, 13 Lady Vengeance, 2880 Blue Renegade, 31 Victoria Bitter, 314 QT, 33 Mosquito, 38 Roller Stomper, 43 Mad Swills Mills, 46 Alcatraz, 52 Pinch of Salt, 533 Crusher Ramon, 55 Bobby Dazzler, 91 Ankle Grinder, being supported by the bench crew, the beautiful Ra, Plan B and Crafty. I can say she's beautiful because she's my girlfriend.
Nice
It's
work.
all right.
You have to throw that in.
Yeah.
And also working the bench for the Swarm, Craig Weinheimer, Brat, and the one and only Duncan Manuts.
And big smiles all around from both teams because it's party time now.
They can let their hair down and have some fun.
So Swarm making it 3 in the Division 1 Great Southern Slam of 2018. Adelaide's coming in 4th place.
Beautiful work. And later on, the grand final in Division 1 will be between the Victorian team, the Queen Bees, the Queen Bees taking on Canberra
Vice City Rollers.
Holy,
and that
that's
should
gonna
be that'll be the game to watch.
I reckon the crowd is going to get big. Also, you and I are calling that one between the All-Stars, the VRDL All-Stars and the Great Southern Slam MVP team.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. And before that, we've got the Div 3 Grand Final, the Division 2 Grand Final, and plenty of track entertainment brought to you by Adelaide Roller Derby.
Keep an eye and ear out for us online. I have been Johnny Smash, reminding you to be good and be the person your dog thinks you are.
And I'm Gilly, and peace out, guys. Have a good day.
See ya.